Good morning. It is day 361 of From Here to Jerusalem. Walking from West Cork to Jerusalem with a harp on your back. Shani the harp is here. Jerry the stick is here. My good self. It's 8:30 in the morning. It's cool enough. There's rain in the forecast, a lot of rain again for this afternoon. I am in Harmanli. So yesterday I got as far as about 9 kilometers out of town, and we're gonna go and head out back to where we stopped, and we're going to finish the walk into Harmanli, and that'll be it for today. The rain will come. I can have a little bit of a rest, which will be good for me, because obviously the way my body has been going, I need to take it nice and slow, and get out of my head would also really help. Yesterday was a good day. It was an interesting day. It was very there was a lot of stopping and starting. I was very worried about the distance, 33 kilometers, and not knowing where I had to stop. And I like to know, because I like to make my own decisions. I like to decide what I do and how I do it. So that was tough. That got in my head a little bit. I had some amazing meetings yesterday with different people, and I am still like buzzing after my meeting with Christos in Haskovo. And now I can't do it anymore. I was thinking yesterday, I'm getting really good at this pronunciation thing. I'm starting to get it. Now it's gone again. Haskovo. I don't know. And I was saying Harmanli, and it's Harmanli. What do I know? So, yeah, going to try and find a bus. Try and find somebody who will actually be okay with dropping me off at the turn where I stopped. Yesterday evening, as I sat down, I felt something in my neck. Darn tick, like. Hadn't bitten me yet. I got him off. Told him not to be eating me, and put him outside, because I'm not good at killing things. So yeah, that's the plan. The clouds are gathering. When I woke up at 6:30, it was nice and sunny. Now the clouds are gathering, and eventually there'll be lots of rain. Now, there we go. Let's go do this. Wish me luck. Back to where we ended yesterday. Right there. So I'm going to add a kilometer, because just driving over that big road, I don't have to do it. I can just go up here, go down on the other side, on a road like this. Sounds like a plan to me. So that's what I'm going to do. It's cloudy. I think it's about 8 degrees or something. 7, 8 degrees. It's cool. I'll be warm in a little while. All will be well. Looking forward to this now. 2 hours of walking on a non-tarmac road. Sounds like... Oh yeah, and of course, as you can see, no sleeping bag. No sleeping bag. And really nothing in the bag apart from the harp. I did cover it. I brought as little gear as possible. Just to leave myself off a little bit. Yeah, I'm actually feeling good. If the rain can hold off until 11, 12, that would be great. Now, in Harmanli, there's also humpback bridge, and there's a tiny bit of a wall of a caravanserai, which used to be able to host like thousands of people, hold something like 3,000 horses, 6,000 people, you know, that kind of stuff. There's nothing left of it though. It's right next to just a little bit down from the bus station where I was. But I wanted to get out here first. Yesterday I didn't get to make any photographs of the side of the road. I met 2 very scrawny wild dogs that were sleeping next to the road. And they weren't well, but I can't help them. I really still struggle with this, with the dogs. It's hard. Anyway, nothing that I can do about that right now. You know, it makes me think I should have become a veterinarian. But this is it. I studied music. My mother was the one who always saved everybody and looked after the sick and the unable. And Bulgaria, you're so beautiful. Look at this. And just to mention, the past 3-4 days of walking, do you notice something? No rubbish. Also along the main road, it has stopped. I don't know why. I don't know how. There's these big bins. I'm sure you've seen them, the big yellow ones. Some of them are broken. Some of them are in good nick. But there's hardly any rubbish anymore. It's been picked up or looked after or whatever they do with it. It's not there anymore. There's less dumping as well. Do you know, now climbed up a little bit. Time to go and enjoy all of this. I'll see you later. my little stint on the hill is over again. I'm back on the main road. Harmanli is just in front of me. It's about 5 kilometers away. I can see it. Traffic is going, and yeah, it's all the way down now. Or me with my big mouth, yeah, all the time. Weather witch. I got rained on, but not loads, so it's all good. And yeah, let's go do this last bit. It's pretty amazing. There's some nice views. The light is pretty nice. So, see that? Look at that sky. And you can see, like, over there, the rain is coming down. I got caught in one of those. That's okay though. So, whew. Now, I've been looking at the flora, and oh my god, there is so much here. There's loads of stuff we don't see anymore in Ireland at all, and really, really nice, really nice. Of course, a lot of it is low down to the ground, so I don't always get to photograph it, but it's pretty good. Okay, here we go. Here we go, last bit before the rain really comes. There we go. Found another little bit off road. Good for me. Good for the maps. Now, not all of it is off road. It'll weave in and out of that main road now. So I'll just pay attention and let's get this done. Oh, and I just, while it was raining, I had those 2 eggs that that lovely man gave to me yesterday after I had coffee in his little cafe. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. See you later. The old Irish harper, he comes to me, he takes my hand. We walk by the sea. The old Irish harper, he comes my way. We walk together from Dublin to Bray. He says, lift your feet, for that's what we need. We need dance, we need song, so keep playing strong. That's what your gift, that is how you must live, that is how it must be. It'll set us all free. The old Irish harper, he comes to me, he takes my hands, he says we are free. The old Irish harper, he comes my way, he holds my hand as we walk into Bray. He shows me the stars, the sun and the
moon, he says, don't you fret, we'll meet again.
Right, we're at the Humpback Bridge. This bridge is built in the great style of Sinan. Of course, when I lived in Istanbul, I used to go visit the mosques that he had built. He was the Grand Vizier architect of Muad III, and who was before him again, this guy. And look at this. This was built in 1585, about 3 years before Sinan's death. Now they don't know if he was the one who built it, if he gave the order. But bridges like this are amazing, yeah, because it's not all straight, as you can see there. Like, it's not all straight stones. There's uneven bits in there. This actually makes these bridges, these buildings of his, like seismically more stable than other buildings. And modern architecture still uses this technique. Now, obviously, there used to be a river here before, the Harmanli something river, and now not anymore. The river is a little bit further down. We crossed it earlier, and then you have the. This is it's beautiful. Like, it has buttresses. Only not at the commemoration plaque. There is no buttress there, but there is a buttress there, and then the flow channels on that side as well. Oh, it's just beautiful. Yeah, and we'll get to see some more of his work. Like in Edirne, there is a mosque. And yeah, we're not going to go to Istanbul. Maybe at another journey, but not on this one. And so this is the Humpback Bridge. This is the Humpback Bridge. It's been restored. As you can see, over there are the original stones, and then there is the new stones, bit of the original work. Oh, it is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. 2 more buttresses. 1, 2. Just not under the commemoration plaque. And of course, the commemoration plaque is like in the old Turkish Arabic poetry, allusions to all kinds of things, because, you know, Turkish is one of those languages that, especially in that time, you know, there was a lot of, oh, listen to this. Ooh, oh, that's beautiful. There's a good echo here. You know, at the time, and still, you know, Turkish poetry has, like, you can say one thing and it could be meaning something else. I'm not very good with it. I'm way too straightforward for all those kind. I'm not refined enough, if you like. So yeah, the Humpback Bridge. It is. I'm delighted I came, and I brought the harp back there earlier. We walked back into town and we got a bit of rain, and then we came. I wanted to go for coffee and I couldn't find coffee. I found coffee, but I walked by it. I do this all the time. Then I walk by somewhere and I think, oh, I'll go to the next place. And then I don't. So I had a pancake with bananas and strawberries. And I've been Googling, like, what I can do about the itch at the back of my neck. It was very sore last night. I don't know. I definitely need to calm down. Now, so we'll have a bit of I'll show you those as well. I mean, structures like this, you know, are just beautiful, especially when they're restored. Now, and there is, of course, this is not far from the caravanserai, where I've heard there isn't much left of it, which I understand as well. You can see there the movement in the stonework. The sandstone is just beautiful. It's just beautiful. There it is. You can see, it's had a bit of a shake from time to time. This part of the world does get this part of the world does get shakes from time to time. And so there is a little bend in the bridge as well. I mean, this has been standing since 1558, 1585. It was built in a few years' time. It took a little while. And it's still here today. And there is the Harmanli Historical Museum. There we go. I'll go up now, I'll show you the plaque as well. And then we'll go have a look at the one wall that's left of the caravanserai. Now, the wall with the razor wire on top of it. Harmanli has another, is actually been in the news for something else. And it has the biggest refugee camp of Bulgaria. That's right here. And of course there have been issues, as you can imagine, refugee policies are complicated, to say the least, in Europe. Bulgaria is part of Europe, so they are, on one hand they're protecting themselves, and on the other hand they're doing what they've been asked to do by Europe. Frontex is here, of course, as well. It's the next 40 kilometers to the border. It'll be dealing with those guys again as well. It's the biggest camp. They had they put in a curfew last year because there was an outburst of fights, I believe among the migrants themselves. I keep saying, I haven't seen any migrants, if I'm really honest. In Bulgaria, I haven't seen anybody. I've seen migrants in Serbia, and there was, I saw some things where you could say, is that really necessary? Here I haven't seen anything. It was only when I walked by the refugee, I saw it from the hill, I could see the units. Those white kind of little blocks. There's up to 1,000 people in here. I don't know how many there are now. I was talking to my friend in Ireland, and she said, maybe you should go in. But then I was walking by, and the only people that I saw come out were young men. It's mainly Iraqis, Afghanis and Syrians. I don't know if I can do this right now. I'll be coming across it now in the next few days on the border again. It's very complicated. I don't know what I think about the whole thing, if I'm really honest, because it's so complicated. I'm for peace and love and happiness, and razor wire does not belong in there. But I've said this before in Calais as well, is that people who live in those towns where these people end up, and you've got rifle parties within those groups, in those centers, the local community has the right to live a peaceful and quiet life and be able to go on with what they're doing as well. So it's complicated. I cannot not mention it, because it is this is the only reason Harmanli has been in the news over the past few years, which is a real shame, because look at it, there is architectural gems, There is a wonderful wineries around here. The wine is very, very good around here. So yeah. Okay, let's go see this plaque. And then we'll go on to the caravanserai.
Just follow the road. Don't forget to play harp. And don't close those green eyes. You've got to stay sharp. The old Irish harper, he comes to me. He takes my hand and says, you are free. The old Irish harper, he cannot stay. He says his goodbyes in the center of rage. I follow the road from north to south, sing my song.
So well, the pavement is made of really of granite, I believe. The slab is marble. It's beautiful, right? Okay, time to go see this wall of the caravanserai. So the bridge was the road to Plovdiv, which means that that way was the caravanserai. And not only was the caravanserai there, it was also the road to Edirne, and after that Istanbul, of course. So, yeah, big open space. We walked over it. It's a big square, and now we have to go find this wall. I've heard there's only one bit of wall left. I haven't seen it yet, so it'll be interesting. Now, the caravanserai, it had space for a lot of people. It was massive in its time, because of course this road was like really busy, based on the Roman travels, of course, as well. You know, the Roman roads came through here, and this is really close to Turkey. This is really close. This was definitely like a big part of the old Sultanate. Now, let me go find this wall.
As if we were about. Never close my eyes. Play my harp every day. 'Cause I know when he comes, he'll come my way. The old Irish harper, he'll come to me. He'll take my hand. We'll walk by the sea. The old Irish harper, he'll come my way. We'll walk together forever and a day. We'll walk together from Dublin to Bray. We walk together.